Today vlog, I would like to talk about one of the article I read about bio nanotechnology and its implication or its use in to solve a social problem. Um, this is a Japanese article. They actually talking about Euglena, Euglena. Euglena is one single cell animal that actually be able to generating its own photogenesis, or be able to generating its own energy out of the light like a plant, but it's actually is an animal. It's actually available globally almost everywhere in the world. So basically it's just green living things that actually live in the water. And the research actually talking about they're trying to solve three problems. The first problems is the food problems, the nutrition problems. The second is the world climate problems, or the CO2 CO2 problems, and the third one is about the energy problems, or the fuel problems. The first thing is about the food problems. They're saying that Japan have been invest a lot of money on the bio nanotechnologies because first of all, most people in Japan is aging. Japan became a very old, a lot of old society where a lot of old people. So they have invest around 53 oku yen, or around 5.3 billion yen on this project to make this. And why Euglena is very special is because Euglena is a single cell that actually combine the nutrition of both animal and plant inside the same single cell. It's actually very rare. It have almost 53 nutrition that actually necessary for human, including from proteins, fat, vitamin, and trace nutrient. So it's saying that this is the first thing. And the second thing is the special things about the Euglena is because Euglena have outer soft membrane, or the soft layer of the cell. So compared to plant, the body will be able to break this layer and be able to digest this easier than plant. They're saying that plant-based food, human can only absorb around 40% compared to Euglena, where you can actually absorb 93% of the nutrition from inside. Good part of the Euglena is actually very nutrition, but the hardest part for Euglena is very hard to cultivate, because first thing, you need to force this to grow. The second thing, when you force this to grow, you will actually find out it's contaminated with other bacteria or living stuff, which actually be harmful for the human being. So the researcher have found out that the way to actually cultivate Euglena is to increase the level of carbon dioxide to more than 25%, because most of the animal or the living things like bacteria cannot live in the environment where you have more than 15% of the carbon dioxide. So majority of the animal, when you actually live in an environment where the carbon dioxide is so high, human or the living animal have the mechanism to actually take this carbon dioxide out from the body, or eliminating the carbon dioxide. And the carbon dioxide for most of the animal or the bacteria will not be able to take it out as fast. So the inner body become acidic, and most of the animal will die because of this acidic nature. But Euglena is very different, because Euglena have multiple ways to multiple channel to actually expel or take out the carbon dioxide. That's why Euglena live healthily even though the carbon dioxide is actually higher than 25%. So the key secret to actually make the pure Euglena is actually to increase the level of carbon dioxide inside the cultivation. So that's how they actually doing this, and they actually test the concept by actually giving 0.1 gram of the Euglena inside the cookies and establish and distribute this to Bangladesh for, they said, already 3 years, and they see the quick improvement. They saying that they give like 1 billion cookies to Bangladesh in the school, and they see the improvement of this. My personal opinion, I don't know why they actually give this to Bangladesh, but I think they want to have the big sample space of actually testing the product as well. So that's why they're doing this. And the second social problem that they are trying to solve is the CO2 problems. They're saying that one of the characteristics of Euglena is it can live in such a high CO2 environment, and such a high CO2 environment actually often happen in a factory base where it actually very contaminated, and majority of the bacteria cannot live. The second thing about the Euglena is Euglena have a soft outer layer of the cell. It allow more CO2 to go inside, and Euglena have two mechanisms because it's both animal. Animal normally will expel the CO out from the body, but plant nature is actually be able to absorb and creating the carbon, and then take releasing the oxygen out from oxygen and hydrogen out to the environment. So what the Euglena do is, I think Euglena actually perform the same way as the plant in a way that it actually can absorb and convert this to a carbon or the sugar base. So this thing actually be able to absorb compared to the plant base. Euglena be able to absorb much more. They're saying that 2 or 3 times more than plant based because include the same surface, the size of the surface that Euglena and the plant have. Because of the soft layer of the outer tissue, it allow more CO to go in compared to a plant where not allow as much CO to go to. So it's more effective to creating this, and they actually started to use this in the factory and the environment to reduce the CO2. And the third problems that they're trying to solve is the problem related to the energy. They actually utilize one of the nature of Euglena that when they actually don't receive the light anymore, mean that they don't receive the source of food, the photogenesis, they cannot photogenesis anymore. They will convert whatever carbon that they have into the oil, so to speak, into the oil, and during the conversion it will receiving the energy by themselves. It will release something for Euglena to use as energy. So this process actually have a side product is called wax ester, and the wax ester is the one that actually when they put this 24 hours in the dark, Euglena started to produce wax ester, and they actually using this wax ester. Wax ester you can consider it as the oil. So they can use this oil or the wax ester to producing biodiesel. So it's the big project where they actually started to run this and actually producing the biodiesel and be able to use this to run the airplane. They're saying that the energy that producing by wax ester is high quality, so it can actually use to running the airplane, and it's very expensive fuel. It is amazing to read this type of article, so and see how important the basic research is in many countries, because when it changed something very fundamentally for the human being, and some of the discovery will help millions of people, and even help our world to be able to solve some of the key problems. If they really can solve the 3 key problems like food and nutrition problem, the clean food, clean nutrition. The second thing is about the climate. World getting hotter and hotter, and it determines that the CO2 is the main cause of this. And the third one is the energy problems. We almost use energy all the times. Even now, when actually recording this, I use a lot of energy from the lights, from the camera, from the iPad at the same time. So see you in next vlog. Bye.